Nafano and welcome to December's vlog. It's a pretty short vlog this time. Spent time with the family over Christmas, which was lovely. Also, weather's been pretty appalling, so not really been much of an opportunity to get out in the garden and doing jobs. However, one highlight, we did get to go up to the Whangarei A&P show, which was lovely. And also another highlight, a couple of days before Christmas, you'll see that a bit later on, and apologies in advance for the very shaky camera work. I'll give you a warning of that now, just in case it makes you feel a bit unwell watching it. But it was a bit of a struggle to be able to hold the camera at the time, and you'll hopefully understand why. Anyway, time to get to that A&P show.
So chilled.
Okay, so here's
Someday very fun.
Gracie, should we go see? Oh, their mummy's holding out her baby.
So Fano, here we are, the end of December. Finally have a beautiful day. So I thought I'd take you for a plot tour before the rain comes in again. So starting with the fruit beds, as you can see, the rhubarb has just taken off brilliantly. I've had a couple of pickings off that now, and I feel that I can safely say I've got a proper rhubarb patch, which I'm very pleased about. Blueberries behind, just settling in nicely. Not expecting anything out of them this year. Same with the red currants. Bit of lettuce behind just to keep us going, and then sweeping round. Bit of weeding needs to be happening here, as you can probably see. This front bed here, this is the spring onion and the carrot bed. Picked the first 2 carrots from there last Sunday, and they were great. They were really good actually, so that's really pleasing. Hopefully getting to weed this afternoon actually, but yeah, good to have that going along nicely. And I'll probably do another sowing of carrots in one of the other beds. Strawberry beds, well, the bronze beetle really did a number on the strawberries this year, which was disappointing. This bed has seemed to have done a bit better, and I don't know if that's because they were just coming along a bit later, but we've had some strawberries off these, and they put on some good growth, so hopefully next year they'll be fine. Of the other 2 beds, what I'll be doing is this one on the right hand side here, that's going to be the one that's going to get renewed this year, so I'm going to do the weed matting on that one in the same way. Looking upwards though, sorry, I'm just getting attacked by flying ants while we're talking here. The asparagus just tootling along nicely. The volunteer flowers, just a picture. I really like sitting in this area and just looking at those. And beyond, the tomatoes. Very, very pleased with how these are going. I think it's been a really good idea to not have so many in the bed. Just gives them a bit more space. These ones are the chef's choice on this side, and black strawberry on the other. The black strawberry are just beginning to colour up. I don't know if you can see that through the back there, but they're just beginning to colour up. To the next set of beds, and these are the green zebra, coming along nicely. Good lot of basil in the front. Can't actually remember what these are behind at this moment, so we'll just have to wait and see. We've had a couple of them, so they're definitely not black crim, but I'll have to go back through the archives, I think, and see if I can work out what they are. Second onion bed, ready for picking. So the first bed has now been lifted and is now drying in the shed, which seems to be working well. These ones will probably go in a few days' time, I think. Theoretically, we're in for some good weather over the next few days, so I'm just thinking, well, that's the case, I'll let them dry on out in the good sun. Up to my favourite bed at the moment, which is the melon bed. We've got so many melons happening here. Have a look at this team. Look at this. So this is the Charleston Grey, and then we've got the cantaloupes also coming in here. See this here, another 2 down there, see. I reckon we've got about 20 melons all up in this bed that I can see going, so very pleased with that. And the cobra beans, so these I'm just keeping for seed for next year, and actually they're doing okay. Doing okay, not brilliant, but doing okay. Look at the vibrancy of the Love Lies Bleeding behind. Self-seeds everywhere, but I think that's some of the reason why the melon bed has done so well this year, actually. I think that's brought in the pollinators. And up to the next bed. So this was the first onion bed, and quite a few of them started to go to seed, so they've been lifted and used. But also I must have a good 40 odd plus in the shed drying now, which is a really good start. And in the meantime, I've now put a top dressing on of some homemade compost, and planted in the first lot of French beans, dwarf ones. So got to keep that watered, so hopefully they germinate. Beyond that, the old sweet pea bed. The sweet peas have all gone now. Did surprisingly well after a bit of a slow start, and I'm just going to let these go to seed and save the seed this time. First time I've ever done that, but they're so expensive, the seeds, that I figured that was worth a try. So on the other side here, I think I've popped in some turnips. I'm guessing they're turnips, but they could be swede. And up to the top bed, 2 cucumbers. They are beginning to do something. They've taken a long time to get going. I think that's probably because the soil isn't that great. The silver beet that's been in now for well over a year, I think we're thinking that we might have to replace this soon. You can see one of them there's going to seed, but we'll see. And then tomatoes behind. The Brad's Atomic Grape here in the beginning, in this set here. Yeah, well known for being pretty straggly, but that's pretty straggly indeed. This is Aunt Ruby's Green, which we just picked up on the roadside. And again, that was pretty straggly for a while, but it's beginning to get going now. And across the top, Sweet 100, just ripening up nicely now, just ready to come in for the picking. So that'll be good. Up to the next beds, and these are the black crim tomatoes, and looking pretty good. Both sides black crim, which is one of my favourite tomatoes. Not particularly exotic or difficult to get hold of, but just a solid performer. So the next beds, courgettes. We had lots of courgettes. But they dropped off on their production a little bit in the last week or two with the rather rubbish weather we've been having, and one of them got snapped off. The one at the top here got snapped off. Anyway, we'll persevere with them, see what else we get, but I'll probably start some new ones off for the late summer. Behind them, the tomatoes. I seem to remember these were Anas Noir, and frankly so far a bit disappointing. Do seem to have a bit of reasonable growth coming in this middle one, but overall pretty pants. And the pumpkin bed dropping away now, which is about right for this time of year. 8 pumpkins that I can see going here, which kind of wanted more than that really, so a bit disappointed with that showing. But they are a reasonable size. If I just come down here, compare it in my hand, not too bad a size, but yeah, was hoping for more. To the first of the long beds, the sunflowers have been an absolute show over the last month, but just going over now, probably lift those out so that it just means that the aubergines that are behind get a bit more sun. Courgette here is looking much healthier than the others. Aubergines, we've picked one already, and I think you can see here another one ready. And behind that is the Soprano Roma-type tomatoes, just beginning to blush up now. Also got the pepper plants in there, which is pretty smothered by the sunflowers, but there is a couple of peppers on them. Quick glance into the polytunnel. Obviously all the tomatoes are gone now, but I'm leaving them up there because, well, the cucumbers seem to be using them as a bit of a climbing frame, and I'm amazed that these cucumbers are still going, given that they're in the greenhouse, but they are, and they've given us so many cucumbers. It's been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Definitely one of the successes of the summer. And the final top bed, brassica bed, definitely needs a weed, but actually underneath all that netting, doing pretty good. So the cabbage forming up there, broccoli also forming up here, Cavallero beginning to look good. So overall, slowly but surely coming. Definitely needing a weed though. So there we go. That's the veggie garden. I have to say, at this point in time, looking pretty good on this beautiful, stunning day. I should show you on the other side of the windbreak, except just a couple of little grapes coming along there. I think I'll probably have to net them soon, otherwise the birds will have them, I reckon. But yeah, at the moment these are all trying to establish themselves, and I think they're finding that a bit of a struggle. And the beds at the front, the roses now coming into their second flush. So they will have those continue really now for the next couple of months, just one or two flowers coming as they go along, as opposed to the first big flush in the spring. Lavender's all over now. The zinnias now doing pretty good, coming in nicely. And the dahlias, we've had some really lovely flowers on the dahlias in the bed behind there. They've just been deadheaded, so they're probably just waiting for the next flush to come in. And just to pop around, you can see the petunias in the pot there. I was a bit worried that I'd lost them, but they're still going strong, so that's good. The Italian garden, not seen as much use as I'd hoped it would over the last month, just with the weather being a bit rubbish. But yeah, really pleased with how it's looking. I think the petunias in the pots are looking brilliant. The calendula in the front here, giving some colour, but actually what's more important is the kind of bigger plants that are just beginning to establish themselves. So the rosemary, the lavender, the roses, they're all beginning to come in nicely now. Have lost one of the lemons, sadly, but otherwise everything seems to be establishing itself well. Just doing a quick sweep of the orchard. You saw us having the plums from the Billington plum, which is that one here, and they were great. And the Louisa plums still ripening up, so they're still to come. The apple tree has apples on it, but not as many as I'd hoped. Sadly, all of the peaches have gone. I don't know what happened to them, whether possums have come in and had them or the birds. But the big peach tree, which is behind here, that must have had, I don't know, 15 or 20 showing about 6 weeks ago, and there's nothing on it now. The only one that I have got anything on is, I think, that peach tree in the middle there. That's got one peach on, but otherwise nothing else. Figs, lots of figs coming, so we need to work out A, when to pick them, and B, how to eat them. Not something we've really done before, so that will be a voyage of discovery. The avocado trees, I'll take you up to have a look at them. So these were looking really ropey when they went in. Lost a lot of their leaves because we had a big wind come through. I think you can see now it's pushing out lots of leaves up and down, and also some new branches coming down there by the look of it as well. So that's all very encouraging, and hopefully next year it will really take off after it's got established. Been quite a few boats on the water over the last few days. Sheep there, enjoying the shelter. I'll just take you around. This is all the work Lynn's been doing. She's been strimming away. She's got a new strimmer. And so one of the things that we've done is work on this steep bank here, which has always been an absolute difficulty for us in how to look after it. But with the fencing in now, kind of gives some definition to it. So she trimmed this whole area, which then meant that I could then go over it with the lawnmower. And now, looking really good as part of the lawn on the back of the house here. So hats off to her. Also trimming in the paddock, meaning that the sheep can get to the shorter grass. They don't really like long grass, cows. tend to eat the longer grass and the sheep the shorter ones. So by trimming it down, promotes new growth, and then the sheep can keep on top of it. That's the theory anyway. But yeah, looking good. Look at that for an idyllic shot. Joys of living on the Kaipara. Gotta love it. So whānau, there we go. That's the end of December's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Garden's looking really good. Things are coming on. Hopefully the decent weather's here again now. December's weather has been patchy at the best, I would say. And so until next time, I'll say take care, haere rā, and I'll see you again at the end of January. Bye bye.